Welcome back to my channel. I am your favorite mother of three, Bougie Vintage, and today's video is all about, you guessed it, Nicki Minaj. Girl, the fan is like blowing my hair everywhere. I'm about to turn it off. Where do we begin? I'm actually putting some press-ons on, so, you know, give me a second, girl. Since we last spoke, and I gave my hot take on Miss Nicki Minaj and her demise, a lot more has happened. So when I had posted that video, I think we were on day 4 or 5. Well, I was keeping count, and I believe we made it to day 8 before Nicki went ghost. So we had 8 days straight of Nicki Minaj mania. And so in the days leading up to Nicki Minaj's silence, we saw more and more people putting their opinions in. We saw Nicki Minaj back on Station Head or whatever that radio thing is. And I believe Joe Budden was hosting, and Nicki Minaj joined his live or whatever it was to, you know, continue talking whatever she wanted to talk. Now, call me crazy, but I think Nicki Minaj watched my video, and I'm gonna insert the clip as to why.
On your dead mama, lied on your dead mama, lied on your.
Lied on your dead mama. Lied on your dead
So, excuse me, are you the girl that said you had some shit on repeat? Shut your.
No, that's a guy.
Oh, oops, sorry, babe. Oh, hey, mama.
My bad, Nicki. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, babe.
I'm screaming. This happens so often.
It happens all the time.
I'm sorry, mama. Mama.
Inside joke that Nicki just played on. Hilarious.
Holy shit, that was funny.
But listen, but my thing is this. Why no outrage about party? He said.
So I don't know if you guys recall me saying that when she just kept going on and on about, she lied on her damn mama, lied on her damn mama, and it was like living rent free in my head, and I couldn't get it out of my head, and I was having nightmares. Okay. I was genuinely scared. Okay, I was scared. And, you know, I said that in my video, and I don't know if anybody else had said that in their video, but when I was listening to her on Station Head, where she was actually being kind of rude to some of the people too, like people that would try to talk, she wouldn't let them get a word in edgewise. Like, it was a mess. But that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, as I was sat there listening to this thing, she started saying lied on your damn mama, and this guy comes in and he starts saying it with her, and she stops like dead in her tracks, and she starts asking him if he's the girl that was saying something about it being stuck in her head. And I said, hold on now, she talking about me? Now, I might just be as delusional as she is, but girl, I said, oh, she watched my video.
Oh, excuse me, are you the girl that said you had some shit on repeat? Shut your.
No, that's a guy.
Oh, oops, sorry, babe.
Now, you guys tell me if you guys think I'm reaching or what. That being said, if she did watch my video and she was, you know, ready to drag me, oh baby, I wish I was that guy. Okay, I wish when I heard her dragging the guy, I said, oh, I wish I was on that damn Station Head, because she could not have talked to me the way that she was talking to that man. I'm like, how is she not hearing that that's a male voice and not a girl voice? But secondly, if she had spoken to me like that, she would have got checked. Because the guy was like, he fell into line. He fell right into submission. She could never have spoken to me like that. 1v1. Me in the Station Head, and she asking if I would have said I am, and what about it? Like, they were genuinely afraid of her, because when this other guy at the end of the things, I listened to the whole call, when he was lending his opinion, she cut him off. She wouldn't let him speak, and he was literally on her side. He was basically trying to get her to, you know, speak on the fact that she's not, you know, enticing or telling her barbs to deface the grave site, right? Megan's mom's grave or whatever. And she just wouldn't even let him get his thought out. And, you know, her reasoning behind it was ridiculous. And I was just like, okay, so if you're not going to denounce it, your crazed fans, which we clearly see need help, as well are going to continue to do what they're doing. Like, they should have never had to have beefed up security at Megan's mom's gravesite. That is just ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. And one thing people should never play with is the dead, okay? We are supposed to let the dead rest. And they have not allowed this woman to rest. She should have never brought up the woman's mother in the song. And then the fans should not have joined in to the reindeer games, as she called it. You know, that should have never have happened. The other thing is, I don't know if I said it in the last video, Nicki Minaj keeps trying to she keeps trying to state that Megan Thee Stallion disrespected Papa Bear. That is not true. Megan Thee Stallion mentioned Megan's Law because of Kenneth Petty and probably Jelani Mirage. That has nothing to do with Papa Bear. Just because Kenneth Petty is Papa Bear's father does not mean that she's disrespecting Papa Bear. She did not drag Papa Bear up and down in that song the way she dragged Drake in his BBL, okay? She didn't mention Papa Bear not one time. She didn't mention anybody's kids not one time. All she did was state that the real reason you're mad is at Megan's Law. That's all she stated. And somehow, some way, we got to disrespect the Papa Bear. You know, I get it. She's a mama. She's a mama. So she don't want nobody coming for her. She keeps saying her family. You know, it's so funny because she is clearly defending her husband, but she has not once said, I'm going to stand 10 toes behind my husband. She just keeps saying my child and my family. She never says my husband. And I wonder why that is. It's like, you don't want anybody to talk about the fact that he's a registered sex offender, but you are struggling to even say, I'm defending my spouse. She's literally playing word salad here by saying Papa Bear, my family. Nobody mentioned Papa Bear. Nobody mentioned your family per se. The only thing that was mentioned was Megan's Law. Now a hit dog gonna holler every single time. And that's exactly what we saw. It's very telling that you are off your rocker if the queen of crazy, Azealia Banks, gets on Beyonce's internet and says that you're wrong. Girl. See, I mentioned Azealia in my live stream. I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about. I know it was pertaining to the Nicki situation. And also that the girls are not seeing AB. Okay, they're not seeing her. If she wasn't crazy, if she was not suffering with mental health issues and, you know, had whatever else she's got going on, most of the rap girlies would just need to sit down somewhere because she hasn't made a bad song yet. Okay? But, you know, she's kind of maybe sealed her fate in the industry. She's struggled a lot in the industry. The industry is the industry. It's going to chew you up and spit you out. And there's nothing you can do about it. And that's what's happening with Nicki Minaj, obviously. Just that Nicki Minaj is a much greater or larger artist than, of course, Azealia Banks. Over the years, Azealia Banks has lent her opinion about many, many topics, especially where the rap girlies are concerned. And she's very flip-floppy, wish-washy, but she has bipolar disorder, right? So it happens. But some days she likes Nicki Minaj, other days she doesn't. But this day in particular, she was just here to state the facts. And that was pretty much that Nicki Minaj was wrong. Now, I saw a few topics on this. People were tagging me and stuff on TikTok because of my video. And because I had in my video mentioned Beyonce, what I think is really the rooter and the tutor and the knit and the grit to this whole entire Nicki Minaj fiasco with Megan Thee Stallion. Now, Megan Thee Stallion was also on Station Head during Nicki's meltdown. She was also on Station Head. She joined somebody's Station Head. She was just, talking to the hotties quickly. But one thing that happened was when she got on Station Head, she said, don't make me call Rock Nation. Don't make me call Portia, girl. Listen, that was hilarious. One of the reasons that Megan Thee Stallion didn't respond to Nicki Minaj after Bigfoot happened, was because Megan Thee Stallion was behind the scene doing what she's supposed to do, which was signing a distribution deal with Warner. And guess what? That deal meant that she not only owns her publishing, but her masters. She owns all of her music. So the line that Nicki Minaj opened her song with about calling Carl to buy the catalog, well, that was now null and void. And so this is why sometimes when people are digging a pit for you, not even sometimes, this is why all the time when somebody is trying to dig a pit for you, you just stay silent. Silence is golden. Megan's silence was golden. Nicki was spiraling for 8 days straight, and Megan wasn't really saying much because she knew that what news was about to break about her music was very much going to give nana nana boo boo jokes on you. And the reason that is because we also found out, as I mentioned in my last video about this, that Nicki Minaj pretty much owns nothing at this point pertaining to her music, her likeness, her brand. She doesn't own any of it because she's in debt. Some lawyer actually broke it down in the comments for me, as I so kindly requested. And so I'm gonna read it to you if you didn't get to like see it in my comment section on that video, because I read the legal documents pertaining to Nicki Minaj's finances, and I asked for somebody to please explain what the hell I just read, because baby, it was gibberish. And they came back and they said that they are a lawyer, and they said, in short, she's rich people broke, has bad credit, and cannot pay back the multiple loans she has taken out. This is the rich person equivalent to pawning off your valuables for a loan. If you don't pay it, they keep the valuable as collateral. So this is like going to several pawn shops and finding more valuables to pawn. The valuables in this context would be her brand, music, royalties, etc. The pawn shops are likely banks, and it sounds like potentially also her label. She didn't pay the loans back, and now they keep her valuables to recover the valuables. The entities had to basically sue her so that the court can enforce the agreement via liens. Wow. So obviously Nicki Minaj is not the first person ever in the history of everdom to do something like this. Many artists go through this. It's happened to the best of the best because somebody somewhere in the accounting department or just the lifestyle, the lavishness of it is too much upkeep. And if you go on hiatus and you are living off of savings or whatever you're living off of, it's gonna run out. It's going to run out. And so this is a big part of the industry, you know, chewing you up and spitting you out. I believe if Nicki had bowed out gracefully when she did, she could have been doing a lot more other things right now, but she didn't want to leave when they told her she got to get out. And so now she's stuck in this weird position where she doesn't own her own brand anymore. She doesn't own her music. She doesn't own any of those things. And she's kicking and screaming because all the new girls are getting all the things and she's not receiving these things, and she used to have the things. Please understand that mixed Moscato was the best Moscato I've ever had in my life. And when they stopped selling it in Toronto, I was devastated because I'm like, what
the hell we gonna do now?
What happened to mix? You know, maybe the contract was up, girl, I don't know, but they stopped selling it. And Nicki Minaj was promoting mixed Moscato for a long time. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, there was a time in Nicki Minaj's career where she had it all. She had the brand deals. She had the sponsorships. She had the endorsements. She had everything. I'm pretty sure at one point she had a car sponsorship. I don't remember what brand of car it was. Was it Lex? No, it wasn't even Lexus, girl. I don't know what it was. But there was one point where Nicki Minaj had a car commercial. She had her stuff in Kmart. You know, I think the Barbs might have come through with that or whatever. And, you know, they were buying up all the stuff. Like, her fan base goes up for her. And that's, you know, what's kept her alive this long, or like alive industry wise. But it's gotten to this point where it's not enough. And it's also gotten to a point where the affiliation she has with her husband is actually the nail in the coffin. And I don't think that she'll be able to come back from this because it's too far gone. Not only that affiliation with her husband, but also with her brother, right? You can't help who your siblings are. Chill me, I know. But it is what it is. So the reason I say this is because when I finally got to understanding what the legal document I read meant in terms of, you know, her money situation, once I finally understood that, I looked at the situation and I was like, in order to pay off these debts that she had, if she could have 1 or 2 endorsement deals, they would benefit her greatly. But it's so far gone that even if she had an endorsement deal, it wouldn't cover the cost. Because I was thinking, okay, they reached out to her to do the Barbie soundtrack because she's the perfect person to do it. When Nicki Minaj had Pink Friday back in 2010, I believe, Mattel gave Nicki Minaj a Barbie. It was a big deal that she had this Barbie, okay? Nicki Minaj was affiliated with Mattel. And so when I sat and I thought about this, I said, oh my God, well, that would have been the perfect promotion for the movie. It would have been just genius to have Nicki Minaj have another Barbie all these years later, you know, 14 years later or 13 years later, have a Barbie come out with her new look, you know, maybe give a black bust down, whatever it is, right? If Mattel and Nicki Minaj collaborated on another Barbie and the Barbie sold out, because I would have bought it. Think about it. Think about all the YouTube videos you would have seen with people unboxing this Nicki Minaj Barbie. It would have went crazy. It would have been perfect for the Barbie movie if Nicki Minaj had her own Barbie, because she was doing one of the biggest records for 2023, in my humble opinion, but one of the best soundtrack records we've heard in a long time, right? Catchy, fun, playful, pink, Nicki Minaj, okay? Barbie. It was what we needed, right? It was a full circle moment. But then we realized that Mattel is not gonna give Nicki Minaj another endorsement deal when she's affiliated with a sex offender and Barbies are for children. Oh, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. She can't get any endorsement deals because she has this affiliation to this man and he has completely brought her brand down, and nobody can convince me otherwise. Her affiliation with Kenneth Petty has actually just ruined her. Anything that she had left, it's just completely ruined it. There's no coming back from it. There's no crawling back from it. Even if she divorces him, leaves him, and tries to move on with her life, she's always going to be affiliated with Kenneth Petty. She's always going to have these videos online of her, you know, being just disgusting toward multiple people, because it's not just her beef with Megan Thee Stallion. I saw somebody drop a list of all the people Nicki Minaj has had beef with over the last decade or whatever, and the list is so long, it's crazy. And some of the people on the list, you're just like, huh? Right? But at some point we have to call out the behavior for what it is, right? And so the reason that Nicki Minaj is not getting these endorsement deals like she used to, you know, there's no more Mixed Moscato, there's no more Kmart. Well, I know Kmart, Chad, Target, girl, they could have put her stuff anywhere. There's no more, there's nothing. She has this Pink Friday perfume. I'm not buying a Nicki Minaj perfume in 2024. I had the, what's it called? Black one. It was a Christmas gift in 2014, like, you know, and I liked it. I always wore it, but like I didn't buy it for myself, you know. It's just not my first choice for perfume. I feel like that perfume, especially the way the bottle looks too, is for a teenager. It's not an adult woman perfume. I don't want a perfume bottle in my collection that looks like Nicki Minaj, right? That's 2014 bougie, not 2024 bougie, okay? Like, we need to elevate a bit, okay? Obviously, Beyonce had just come out with her fragrance too, and actually it's gotten great reviews. She came out with a fragrance recently. Beyonce's not new to fragrance. A lot of celebrities have fragrances, but like nobody seems to be backing Nicki at this point. She needs the backing, clearly, right? Somebody like Beyonce doesn't really need the backing. She doesn't, because one, her fan base goes up for her, period, right? And so Nicki Minaj's fan base goes up for her too, but the machine, okay, the industry is not going against Beyonce. At least not the way they are going against Nicki in Nicki's head, and also for real, because the Grammy snub thing, the Grammys tweet was crazy. That was just insane. And so, you know, somebody made a very valid point under the comment to the lawyer that I had pinned in the video. They said, it's clear as day that Nicki is rich people broke. I read that article before this video, and from what I understood of it, her publishing and potential tour earnings is being used as collateral to pay off her massive debts. Plus, if you were paying attention to the rollout of her Pink Friday 2 album, she doesn't really have any visuals or music videos. Most of her visuals were AI imagery that I guess her fans helped create for her. It's obvious what she can afford, and it seems as though her label, Republic, is no longer giving her money to fund her project. Yeah, because back in the day when Nicki was coming out with any kind of song, single, album, whatever, there would be at least a music video attached. The Pink Print has a few music videos. I've never actually not seen Nicki Minaj not have a music video before. But over the last few years, she's made less and less videos. Of course, she went on to be a mom or whatever. She's done a couple videos, but like most of the stuff on her page is like lyric videos, which is weird because she should have a music video, but music videos cost money. And if she doesn't have the cash, Birdman not giving her no loan, baby. Nobody's giving this lady any money to do what she needs to do. And I've always found that her videos were on the low budget side, which would piss me off because I would always just be like, why does Nicki Minaj's video look like this? Like, why does it look like this? But they never be giving her the budget for the video. If we compare her to her counterparts, because there's some people that they be spending a check, okay, on the people that music video. They don't be spending the money on Nicki Minaj's music videos, and the concepts of the videos are always a mess, or they just very much like the same. I feel like the last time she like broke the internet was Anaconda, and that was a fun time, a fun video, but that was how many moons ago, right? We know she's not gonna drop a video for Bigfoot, and if she, well, maybe she does. I don't know if she has the budget for it, girl, or not. If you go to her actual YouTube channel, all of the stuff is just official audio, official audio, official audio, official audio. Wow. 7 months ago, the video with Ice Spice, but we know that a budget would have been provided for that because it was for Barbie movie. And, you know, even so, I wouldn't say that the budget was huge for that video because a lot of it is green screen, right? And then the other music video she dropped, I believe it was like shot on her iPhone, like Red Ruby the Sleeves was like, wasn't that like a phone video, like something of that nature? And I thought it was strange. But yeah, she has not dropped like an actual music video in a long time. There was a music video for Little Miss, but that's from a year ago. And before that, it was Super Freaky Girl. That paperwork that was filed was March 3rd, 2023, but it was the stuff that was in it was dated back to January of 2022. It's been a long time since there's been any money allocated for anything. Okay, so as I'm editing this, you guys, and I'm listening to this part where we're at in the video, it kind of dawns on me that why there's no music videos makes sense, but also why when she's collaborated with certain people or done certain projects, music videos have been done. So maybe a music video budget was allocated for the Barbie World soundtrack, but also by affiliating herself with other people that are up and coming like Ice Spice, a music video can drop because Ice Spice's people are going to pay for the video. Nicki doesn't have to come up out of pocket for anything because she probably did the song for free anyway. Same thing goes with Sexy Red. I can't remember if there's a video for Sexy Red. I am going to search it right now, but like when she affiliates herself with these up and coming people and they have the budget for the video, she can just have a video put out that way. And yeah, she hasn't released a music video in forever. And to me, with as big as Pink Friday's rollout was, and also the date kept getting pushed back, like there was a lot of different things that were going on. And I think that the breakdown that we're seeing with Nicki Minaj is much deeper than we ever thought it was. This is not just about Megan Thee Stallion saying Megan's Law. I think Megan Thee Stallion bringing up Megan's Law was definitely, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back, but it's a lot deeper than that. And so, you know, like I said in my first video, there is some issues with Beyonce and Jay-Z and ROC Nation, and you could tell that there were issues there because of how Nicki would be referencing ROC Nation and certain things. Obviously, Megan Thee Stallion is affiliated with Roc Nation, and obviously Beyonce brought Megan Thee Stallion out in Houston. She called her a queen. She told her she loves her. She performed with her on stage at the Houston show for Renaissance, and I'm sure that was very upsetting for Nicki, because Beyonce and Nicki have 2 songs together, 2 great songs, might I add, and I think Nicki definitely wanted that friendship with Beyonce, but I don't think that Beyonce likes Nicki, or she didn't like how she moved. And Beyonce is very much a very calculated person, but also she's very professional. Beyonce is as professional as it gets, okay? Like, in the industry, she is top tier professionalism. Nicki behaves with this sort of juvenile energy and unprofessional energy, and I don't think that it fits Beyonce's aesthetic. I don't think it fits Beyonce's anything. I could see it from a mile away for the last few years that Beyonce wasn't fooling with Nicki, and I mentioned it in the video just to mention it, and then y'all started tagging me on TikTok, and so the videos that you were tagging me on TikTok started bringing more and more light to this Beyonce situation, and so people are speculating that this is really bigger than Megan Thee Stallion. This is about Beyonce. This is about Jay-Z. This is really who Nicki Minaj has beef with, and I believe it.
To take off my t-shirt.
And I believe it wholeheartedly. I think that that is who her beef is with. I think that, she feels slighted by them for some reason. I think that, like I said in my other videos, she thinks that she has a monopoly on these artists that she's worked with before. I think that she wants the in with Jay-Z. When Jay-Z and Beyonce started doing Tidal, Nicki Minaj was one of the first people up over there, okay? All the artists were like, oh yeah, Tidal. Do y'all still use Tidal? I just be using Apple Music, girl. I have an iPhone. I got Apple Music. That's what I'm just gonna get. With that Tidal situation, Nicki Minaj was one of the artists featured over there at Tidal, and I believe Tidal was supposed to be promising paying the artists what they're due. I don't know if something went wrong there or what, but she is not a fan of the backing that they have given to Megan. I think that's the backing that she wanted, the support that she wanted, and she's not getting it, so she's jealous. Okay, don't be jealous, girl. Don't be jealous. Just stay in your lane. Like, I don't even really know how somebody could go out this sad and this bad, but it's happening right before our eyes in 4K retina display. Okay, very much so. You don't want to see anybody like this, but some people really sabotage themselves, and Beyonce and Jay-Z are very powerful, right? We know this.
But I also just wanted to make it a point to say, if they really are as powerful as we would like to believe that they are, why would Jay-Z still need to be complaining that his wife doesn't have a Grammy for Best Album? Why would we also see Beyonce never have a #1 on Billboard if they're just this powerful couple that people are scared to go up against? It makes no sense. So I think that people think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are more powerful than they actually are, and Nicki Minaj is one of those people, because why would they be paying for Megan Thee Stallion to get a #1 on Billboard, or Payola and Sympathy, but they can't do the same for Miss Beyonce, the Beyonce? It makes no sense.
She has made it her mission to distract us with the tomfoolery over the last week or so. I am interested to see what happens next, because it has been quiet, but what they say, it's a quiet before the storm. So I'm interested to see what happens next. Aside from that, what I realize with a lot of people in the music industry is they know the music, the streams, doesn't really bring in as much revenue as they would so like it. The reason it looks like it brings in the revenue is because they get these cash advances from their labels. And so once they get a cash advance from their label, they got to pay it back. Okay, that's why a lot of times when people try to leave their label, the label's like, well, you owe us, you owe us $5 million. Girl, where am I supposed to get that money from? Oh, you thought that was free money that we gave you? A cash advance is just what it is, an advance, which means we see your potential and we believe that you are going to bring us in double, triple, quadruple, 12 times, who knows, that amount of money. So we give up front, but you need to give us a return on our investment. See, if you don't give us a return on our investment, you are going to be broke. You are going to be in the negative. And that's what happens to a lot of these artists. They go in, they're excited to get out the hood, they sign these deals, and then before you know it, they back broke doing coke on the street because, well, it would be crack at that point, baby, because crack is for poor people. But but that's what happens to these artists because they don't understand their contracts, and they also don't realize that the cash advance they're getting that they're using to buy jewelry, they should be investing it somewhere, okay, is not their money. That's the bank's money, aka the freaking record label's money. It's a scheme set up by Todd, and people need to wake the frig up. That's why a lot of artists want to be independent. That's why you want to own your masters and your publishing, so that nobody can get one over on you, so that you own your stuff and somebody else is not going to be collecting the check for your music, your brand, whatever it is. Now, because these artists are waking up and realizing ain't no money in the music, they are doing other things, which they should. Most of the retired male rappers go into acting. Shout out to Method Man. Oh, girl. Okay, shout out to his wife too, girl. That's a lucky woman. Shout out to Method Man. Shout out to 50 Cent doing the damn Thug Thizzle on Power and every damn other show that he's got on Stars. They have moved into other territories. These people have brilliant minds and they have moved into other territories. But if you are a one-trick pony, if you don't know how to do what it do, you're going to be stuck. If you have no other talent, you're going to be stuck. And that is what we're going to see here with Nicki Minaj. Because as talented as she is, I think she thought she was going to just be able to dominate rap forever by herself. But once the new girls came in and unity became a thing again, and she wasn't the only one anymore, there was no more money in rap for her. She needed to bow out gracefully and start a business venture. But it was just like, okay, well, what do I do as Nicki Minaj? You know, she could have done hair care. Her hair is gorgeous. It's long. She could have done hair care. She could have done anything, but maybe she thought these things were beneath her, but maybe they're not. Okay? And so what I realized is that these other artists, and not just rappers, go and venture out and do other things. A lot of them end up in fashion. That is something that we see with the queen, Rihanna herself. Rihanna is the perfect example of, I'm gonna get it how I want to get it. Forget the music. Please don't stop the music, girl. She said stop the music. Okay? She said stop the music. I decided I'm going to make makeup. I'm going to put my name all over this makeup thing. I'm going to dominate the makeup industry for at least 3 years straight. I'm going to turn me a profit. Okay, I'm going to become a billionaire. Then I'm going to become a mama. And I'm going to live my best life. Because the music industry is dark, demonic, and it ain't turning a profit the way that something tangible can. And so the people that can see it, they get up and they go and find something else to do. Okay, Nicki Minaj is very much start and stop, start and stop. So Rihanna, she has always given us fashion. So when she collaborated with Puma, it made sense. When she had her House of Fenty, it made sense. When she was doing the high-end fashion, right? She was the first black woman to have a house girl with Louis Vuitton. So they're backing her. She has this Fenty line. The Fenty line does great, but it fizzles out because the market that she was aiming for, okay, aka influencers probably, you know, it didn't do as well. But she didn't stop there. She had Savage, lingerie. As long as there's women walking on this earth, they're gonna need two things: bras and panties to hold up these titties, and, you know, whatever you need a panty for. And we're gonna wear makeup. She has the Navy, who's gonna always support her, but she also has women that just genuinely love a good product. And I'm one of those people, and I'm sure many of you are one of those people as well. And so we buy these products because they're great products. Shout out to Rihanna. I want my sponsorship. Okay. Shout out to Rihanna one time. Okay. We have something to talk about because Nicki, what the hell? But when you have a tangible product, you will be successful. If you have your name, your likeness attached to this product, and you can sell millions of this product like Rihanna has done. She has become a billionaire selling makeup and panties and bras. Okay, she is, that's why we call her the Avon lady of our generation. She is Avon. Robin Rihanna Fenty is Avon. Okay? And we live for it. Nicki Minaj could have done the same thing. Nicki Minaj, we knew her for makeup. She should have started a makeup line long time ago. She did her collaboration with MAC. It was successful. I have Nicki 2 and Nicki 1 still, right? It wasn't her own makeup line. Nicki Minaj should have been dropped makeup. She should have been dropped lip gloss. She should have been dropped certain things, and she has not done it. I don't know why. Maybe she's not business minded. Maybe she's not a real creative. Maybe she could push her pen to do a rap here or there. She should be a ghostwriter. She should do a lot of things, but she's like, she just wanted to be the queen of rap, and so she got stuck being the queen of rap till they dethroned her without her freaking knowledge. Like, she didn't even know she got dethroned. They just one day said somebody else was the queen, or that she was no longer the queen. It's like they didn't even crown somebody else as the queen, because realistically, Lil' Kim is still alive and well, and she was crowned the queen. So I don't really know how Nicki Minaj ended up with the queen title, but she did. And so out of nowhere, the same way she got it out of nowhere, she lost it out of nowhere. And that's just how it goes. But she needs a tangible product. Before I talk about the tangible product that she is supposed to have already dropped, I need to talk about Rihanna a little longer, because on Station Head, Nicki Minaj got on there and tried to bring up Rihanna's name. I said, lady, don't even talk about this woman in this matter like this. I don't care if you're saying something positive or negative. Leave her out your mess. She went on there and said that Megan Thee Stallion tried to have a Rihanna moment, or she wanted to have a Rihanna moment so bad. When you are putting it in that context, you are making light of the situation, period. So she talks about how Rihanna just wanted to move on with her life, and it was so clear because obviously Rihanna did Oprah after a while, right? And so she's trying to liken what Megan Thee Stallion did by going on Gayle King. I have talked about this before. Roc Nation's involvement in both of those situations is very uncanny. Is it really? I don't know, right? But Roc Nation was Rihanna's people when Chris Brown and Rihanna got into that, and when Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion get into that, we also have Roc Nation's involvement. And so people, the conspiracy theorists of the world, are like, right? Which I get it. But for Nicki Minaj to sit up there on Station Head and say that she wanted to have this Rihanna moment so badly, it's just like, leave Rihanna out of it. She is a mom, a billionaire, doing her thug thizzle. Rihanna has nothing to do with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez and Roc Nation, and whatever beef you have with Roc Nation. Rihanna has nothing to do with that. She should have been left out of the group chat. She should have been left out of the conversation, as big as Nicki Minaj is, okay? Nicki Minaj is not a damn conspiracy theorist. Even, actually, she might be, you know. Nicki Minaj needs to run a conspiracy theory YouTube channel, okay? That's what she needs to do, because that's what it's giving. Like, I don't know how her brain works, but it's exhausting. I hated that she brought up Rihanna's name in this situation. It's so much negative publicity and press. We don't need you to drag Rihanna into your tomfoolery. Like, she loves a good name drop, and I'm not here for it at all. I'm sorry, I'm just not. So, that being said, Rihanna has tangible products. Nicki Minaj should have had tangible products. Now, when I dropped the live video, or when I was streaming live, one of her Barbs, who's also a subscriber of mine, shout out to Pink Breeze. Pink Breeze came in the chat like, don't talk about Nicki, okay? But at the same time was like, Bo, I love you. And I was just like, I love you too. It's not that I don't like Nicki, because people keep trying to put this thing on me where they're like, you just don't like her. You just, no, I'm 31. I'm holding people accountable. That's what I'm doing. And we gotta hold her accountable. It's not that I don't like Nicki. I don't like Nicki's behavior. See, I can like you and not like your behavior. Okay, you could be my sibling and I don't like your behavior, and I'm gonna check you for it every single time. Because what you're not gonna do is act a damn plumb fool. That's what you're not gonna do. And me not say anything about it, okay? I'm gonna say something about it. That to me shows that I do have love for you. If I tell you, girl, you look crazy right now. Like, you know what I mean? If you are my friend and I look crazy, I expect you to tell me. And maybe everybody's not like that. That's why they got yes men around them. But a yes man will kill you, okay? A yes man will have you looking stupid, okay? This is why I said Safari was Nicki's no man, okay? Safari was the only person that would keep Nicki humble. He was like a constant reminder of why she needed to be humble, because, like, you know, he was a cornball, but Nicki acts like a cornball. So I see why she ends up with her taste in men is horrible, okay? Y'all gonna see me with one bad man, one horrible pick. You're gonna see me, after a certain age, you can't be having bad pick after bad pick, okay? Child, like, you gonna see me with one bad pick, and if I realize I don't know how to pick them, I'm gonna just keep to myself. I'm gonna just keep to myself because I ain't got no business picking no nigga. Like, what's happening? That's what Nicki needs to be doing. She needed to just not date because all of the guys she's dated are problematic. Oh, and that's what they're saying. The other beef with Roc Nation is, like, apparently Meek Mill had whooped Nicki and Roc Nation helped them cover it up, right? I think Nicki had vocalized that Meek abused her and nobody cared. But apparently Meek Mill was abusive. I done told y'all don't date these Taurus men. Now, that's neither here nor there. Okay, not all Taurus men are abusive, but I am just, don't shoot the messenger, girl. A Taurus man is not seeing me, and I'm a Taurus woman. So, but a Taurus man, April, not May. Clock it. April, not May. Clock it. If you know, you know. So, I'm a Taurus woman, but you will not catch me with a Taurus man. I'm so sorry about it. Nicki's beef with Roc Nation goes way, way, way back. It's deeper than rap, okay? As I was trying to get into the tangible product that Nicki Minaj ought to be selling, when Pink Breeze came in my live stream, she was like, don't come for Nicki. But then by the end of the live stream, she was like, Bo, can you buy Pink Friday nails or something like that? I can't remember what the product is called. Let me go on the website. Yeah, hold on. Chill. Okay, this is what pisses me off. So it's clear that there's no money here, because if there was, this product would have been off the ground, running, soaring, jumping. Okay, launching in January. So in November of 2023, November 24th, 2023, there was Pink Friday nails was announced. It was teased on Instagram. An Instagram account was made and it said launching in January. Baby, we are at February 5th or 6th today. We are at February 5th, 2024. And there has been no movement where Pink Friday nails are concerned. It was teased a few times online, and there is a website for these nails. Now, Nicki Minaj's Barb asked if I would, you know, buy them, show them off, review them. Of course, I love me a good press-on girl. And I said, now, you know it's a conflict of interest because I be making my own press-ons, but that's neither here nor there. I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the website and order some because I thought that they had come out already. But then when I went to the website, I realized it still said coming soon. But we were at the end of January, right? Hell, we might even have been in February by the time I got to the website. And I was confused because I'm like, okay, let me Google because is this the right site? So I Google and I see the teasing from November. So that's a few months. And, you know, the announcement of it, I think she did it. She did it wrong. She teased it maybe to see if people were going to be interested in purchasing, because even if I'm not going to wear them, as a YouTuber that sometimes does tea videos or has talked about Nicki Minaj, I think it's necessary for me to purchase the nails and see if I can compare them to my own sets, because I know what is the quality, what is the standard for a good press-on. And I think it's a great product, but I feel like she's 3 years too late. Press-ons became the thingy thing during the pandemic. That's when I launched my business because people couldn't go get their nails done anymore. They had said, y'all is locked in your house. So that's when press-ons were really bumping and jumping. Not to say they're not now, but like, I'm a girl that prefers acrylic. I'd rather my nails be stuck on, but at the same time, as a mom, press-ons are the easy thing for me to do. I put them on, I take them off, I have no problem. And so I am still willing to purchase these nails, but it's a red flag to me if you announce it in November and we still ain't seen it. That's a problem, because what are you waiting for? But now that we know the legal issues going on or the financial issues going on, maybe the money to produce the product is not there. And also, it's her personal nail tech that is supposed to be, you know, curating the designs. And it's just like, people don't realize press-ons take a long time. Like press-ons, especially the ones that she teased, a single set of press-on nails, depending on the design, can take you hours to complete. So like, if you are not having them made in some factory somewhere where they're individually hand painted, there's a few things that are gonna come into play here. How much are you gonna charge for a set? Especially, are you charging by length? Are you charging by style? Are you keeping it a fair pricing because you know your market is young girls or, you know, adult women who like long nails, short nails, whatever the case is. But she also said she's doing nail styles that she wears or that she would like. If she wouldn't wear it, she's not gonna sell it. And I'm very much like that too. Like, if I don't like it, I'm not going to sell it, right? Which makes sense. But you also have to remember your fan base, even if they like you and your style on you, they might not like it on them. So you have to cater to everybody, right? If you want to make a bag. Now, where are the nails? I don't know. I'm gonna order them if they ever get released, but I feel like the better thing for her would have been to not tease the nails, but just drop it on them, and people would have lost their minds. People like, oh my god, Nicki Minaj has press-ons, Nicki Minaj has press-ons. But I feel like it's also a business where it would fizzle out because she's only the face. She's not painting the nails herself. It's personalized in the sense that, you know, it's nails that she would have worn or nail styles that she has already worn, but it's not personal in the sense that Nicki Minaj is not making the nails herself because she can't. She's not a painter. She's not an artist. Press-ons take really long, and it makes sense that they haven't launched yet, but based on the money situation, we don't know if they're even going to launch this year. Hopefully they do. If they do, I will purchase, I will review, I will show them off. It is what it is. But Nicki Minaj, at this point, the only thing that is going to maybe get her out of whatever financial rut she's in, as well as industry rut, is if she has something she can sell to her barbs that's not music, and something that not only the barbs will want, but people. I don't think it's too late for Nicki Minaj to drop a makeup line, or even if Rihanna will have her collaborate and give Nicki a bone. Rihanna girl, just please give her a bone. Give her some kind of collaboration, the Rihanna-Nicki collab, and give her a few colors of a product, and just let her keep all the money from the sales, because she needs something. She needs something, girl. But again, because of her debt, is the money gonna go to her? Once the debt's paid off, the money will start going to her again. But until that debt is paid off, anything she does is not really making her any money. And so maybe that's why there's been such delays with her releases, from music videos to nails. But I hope that she gets it figured out. I really do. But the whole entire situation is just a royal freaking mess. And you know, we wish her the best, but I hope we don't see her online later today or some other time soon freaking out, especially with the whole Grammy tweet situation. That is just so ridiculous. I still can't believe that happened. But you know, the industry is a dirty place. It's dirty, girl. So it is what it is. I can't recall if I'm missing anything or forgetting to talk about anything. So if I am, I'll just insert a voice note and a little clip chair. But yeah. Tell me what you guys think below. Do you guys think that the reason Nicki Minaj is not getting any more endorsements and stuff, because if you look at all the rap girls, all of the celebrities are getting endorsements. Girl, even Lil Nas X got an endorsement. Like, Coach is always, you know, snatching up somebody and making them do a little purse moment. Okay, J-Lo, Lil Nas X, I think even Megan Thee Stallion. A lot of people get their little Coach endorsement. You got these girls doing Tiffany. You know, even Beyonce and Jay-Z did Tiffany. Celebrities get endorsements. I don't see Nicki Minaj with any endorsements, and I haven't seen her with an endorsement in a long time. And so me and the girls in my Discord were actually talking about that the other day, because it's just like something's not right there. She has no endorsements because she's a liability. Like, what is going on there? Tell me what you guys think about everything I mentioned below. Did it upset you when she mentioned Rihanna? Like, girl, what do you think about Megan owning her masters now? Do you think that Megan is going to drop any other songs? And do you think that Nicki Minaj is going to release the 4 other records she claims she has? And girl, I got so many questions, girl. It's a whodunit. And do you think, did Nicki Minaj end up going on that radio show? Because she said that Friday 3 o'clock she's going on some radio show and blah 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 blah. Did that happen? Like, or was that station head? Girl, she said she's gonna do an interview. Girl, it's a lot. A lot happened over the last 2 weeks now. We're gonna get to the bottom of it, okay? I love you all so much, and I will definitely see you in the next one.